I slipped on my Nike shoes as swift as I could and blew out the door to catch up with my older brother. "Slow down, Carter," I said as he continued power walking with no care to cease for a moment so I could catch up. I soon caught up with him, and we continued strolling through our open backyard, passing our reflective fungus-filled pond, a few old sheds, and my 2 chocolate labs frolicking together in the olive-tinted grass. We made it to my dad's workshop to see what he was up to. When we arrived, we found him fixing up a rustic 46 Chevy pickup truck. We hung out for a bit, observing and chatting until my brother and I decided we would take a ride on our four-wheeler and dirt bike. I began cranking the engine, anticipating anxiously, until I heard it begin to rumble powerfully, like a thunderous storm. We rapidly flung our red and black helmets over our heads, pulled out of the shed, and were off to see what fresh adventurous journey lay ahead. When one's following the other on their vehicle, dust tends to perfume the other's path and restricts the rider from seeing clearly, so we decided to take our own routes and venture solo. I first decided to proceed to the farm where I could optimistically catch a glimpse of the sunset, right at 6:30 in the evening when the sun was assumed to be glowing. Unsurprisingly, I did, and boy, can I say, it was beautiful. The warm colors melted together in the sky, running and seeping together as if it were a box of Crayola crayons, melting in the scorching sun. I was completely in awe by this mesmerizing and eye-catching sight. In that moment, I realized this setting was my happy place. The warmth of the setting sun with the slight cool breeze fluctuating through the air, the aroma of sugary honeysuckles, and of course, the indescribable sunset, beaming down on the open fields. I continued journeying further on the farm through fields, rocky dirt paths, and summer green grass, exploring more God's design. I felt unstoppable, unconfined, and above all, the presence of Jesus. It was moments later that this beautiful picture and mindset of wonder quickly changed into an awful, alarming mess. Just as I rounded a sharp turn without uncertainty, my brother emerged in front of me, coming directly towards me. With no time to ponder, our instincts instructed us to each swerve opposite ways to dodge one another. Right when we thought we were in the all clear, my inner four-wheeler tire caught his dirt bike. Forcefully, he was thrown off his vehicle and plummeted onto the chalky dirt. I believe I can fly. I was in shock, but unscathed, so I instantly asked, "Are you okay? Do you need me to go get Dad?" Seconds later, he aggressively replied, "What do you think? Of course go get Dad." I shut the engine off my four-wheeler and bolted as swift as a 10-year-old could, until I found my dad, who was confused by my abrupt arrival. I frantically informed him on the situation as we rode the golf cart back to where the incident occurred. When we arrived, my brother had managed to prop himself up on my four-wheeler. We parted from the scene and took him to the care he needed. He had a minor concussion, scrapes, and major burns from the engine scorching his skin. Even though my brother had these slight injuries and inconveniences, we have so many reasons to be overwhelmed with gratitude. Just as I had felt the presence of God before the appalling accident, looking back, I see how he was in the middle of it all, looking after us and sheltering us from having life-altering injuries. My biggest takeaway from this unnerving event was maybe look out for those unexpected sharp turns. Ow! What's happening? Oh, it's so cringe. I'm so funny, aren't I? Wow.
Georgia!